know, it might be cool if my mic weren't sky high right now. Damn, Mike, you high as balls. Okay. File. Do the thing. Do the thing. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. I, as per usual, am Emerald Fishy. And as soon as I get my shit in... Alright, that should do. We are going in back to the present. The Mason system from Save Point. So, last we left off, we were doing some weird Back to the Future shit. Where did I go and put it? Where did literally any of my hair ties go? Oh well, I guess I'll just use this one. I don't really wanna, but... we pretty much did everything there was to do as far as the past goes. So... now all we've really got... Jesus, that's tight. Now all we've really got is the future. Or, well, not future, but the present. So, that's where we're at right now. I believe we just unlocked both of these bottom two, so let's see what's kicking. Oh, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valiant. Seriously, this is gonna bother me. Where did my hair... Swear to God, I am the worst when it comes to keeping track of my hair ties. It's just gone. I had 4 here. Now I can only find 2 of them. They've literally halved. My hair ties have halved. Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Came because there's something I want to ask you. Spoken to the press, I have nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions, but I needed to hear it from you. Oh, shit, there it is. I can get this crappy thing off of me. Ugh. One moment. Okay, what do we got here? Magnifi. Walked a difficult road these past 7 years. Oh. Because you couldn't perform Magnifi's repertoire. Do not be deceived. Valiant's skill is the real deal. I do not require mentors' hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who slowed me on my way. Zach. His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. So I thought. Zach Grammar murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. Said something to that effect 7 years ago, eh? 'Twere only yesterday. Yet that was not the way of it in the end. For while he vanished, the suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner Zach vanished to protect him. That's what those thieving magpies of a press said. Yet the very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. Cover the greatest magic show in history as if it were a vaudevillian distraction. And here I must stand smiling at all of them. What am I, if not a player in some fiendish farce? Is that a Maddie I see? I see but do not hear. One moment. Hello?
Drugs?
Yeah. Wow, what an intro. I can't believe that. That's amazing.
I thought you were ignoring me for a second because I was like, I came in with the drugs and you were just kept reading and I was sure it would get you, but it didn't.
No, I'm sorry. My audio bugged out, so I went real quick to reset it, and the first thing I heard was drugs.
Yeah, I heard that. I was waiting for it because I was like,
nice.
okay, it's audio bugged, so I set up and did it again.
Yeah, okay. Yo, what's up, Maddie?
I am not dying as bad as yesterday.
That's good, at least. Still glad you managed to stick around. It's really nice of you, even if you're feeling, especially considering I know you're feeling a little rough right now.
Apparently 7-Eleven has a new pizza recipe and they gave me a sample. I'm kind of worried because the last revision of the pizza recipe was kind of shit.
Oh.
Like, the first one they had was passable. It wasn't, like, good pizza or anything, but it was, like, you know, it was junk food.
Yeah.
Then the second recipe was just kind of really bad. And now this one, I'm not sure how it's going to be.
I guess when it comes to new recipes, it's always going to be an experiment, huh?
Yeah. Been playing Minecraft all day.
Yeah, I noticed just a few minutes ago when I popped in to say that I tried finding that Apollo thing, but that you were dinking around in Minecraft. I'm just sitting here like,
It's my first time actually attempting to play solo. I've only ever played with other people.
Yeah, that's fair. Extremely rough around the edges.
Well, first impressions on this pizza.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're doing a live taste?
Not as good as the original recipe, but better than the second revision, that's for sure.
Fair enough. Felt like he was being watched every day for 7 years. Walls have ears, potatoes have eyes. Potatoes have eyes. He felt guilty. Not talking about feelings here. You know, I felt watched too. The whole time I've been on the case, no less. The journalist gets tingling sensation on back of neck, freaks out. You felt guilty.
I hate this guy.
He's easy to hate. Stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. Super sure he's being watched. Completely vanishes from that courtroom, and for 7 years talks to no one. Then just as the remaining time was almost up, contacts me in order to have this made, and then he dies. You were being watched this whole time. Maybe you've been watched too. Oh no. Didn't Zach the case actually? The shooting of Magnifi. Before that, it's not widely known. The accident. Oh, that was quite the crack. Quite the scoop, wanted it all. Money, fame, women, a little puppy, all for me. was younger, my days and nights smelled of fresher mint than they do now. Did mention a nosy reporter. Was on close speaking terms with Magnifi at the time. I knew his daughter too. Wow, you know shit. Magnifi wouldn't say a word about it. Evil habit got the better of me. Journalist catches scent of a scoop, goes on a feeding frenzy, unquote. One-on-one with the husband. Something strange was in the air over at the troop. The whole screwy mentor controlling disciples scene started by them. She was part of it all. Right? Can't tell me. You can tell me off the record. Kept prying and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice or 5 times. Every time he came to see me as his confidant. He's been waiting this whole time, 7 years. 7 years old. This baby right here, the performance rights. See, the old man didn't give the rights to both Zach and Bella. Zach died, legally at least. Like a kid on Christmas morning. He's getting ready for the show. This document sees the legal light of day. It's gonna put a bit of a damper on the big show. He's a sorry one, that villain. Lost out to his partner at work and in love. Oh, is this gonna be a thing where they both wanted in on her and... oh no. Oh, it's a love triangle. Oh boy. Oh no. And she dies. Find out more about this sarsaparilla.
Thalassa?
That's the one. Do you know this person? You were friends with Zach. He hit me 5 times. Never forget his wife. Magnifi's only daughter. Tell me more about her. Yes, tell me more about this person that I kind of already know who is, but let's let Phoenix figure it out. It was her 2nd marriage. Oh shit. Oh shit. Her late husband was a performer too. He died in an accident on stage. And yeah, they had a fucking son named Apollo. God damn it. She was a beauty. Still carry a portrait photo of her around. That's weird, dude. Nah, I don't know about that. No Trucy since she was a little thing. She got the better deal, really. She's got you for family, after all. Alessa has another child. Yep, there we go. There we go. There we go. Previous husband, first husband who died on stage, has himself a kid, another orphan, slipped through the cracks, no idea where they are now. Borrow the photo, please. Thank. Better return it to Trucy before I forget. People and events all get tangled together and get biggerer and biggerer. Too busy wondering about biggerer to know what you were saying. Still, gotta do what I gotta do. Gotta tell who I find next. I'm not the one who will close the curtain on this little play. That's not my role. Just wondering what Magnifi would think of all this. Haven't you seen it in Trucy? She's got his power. How I can't lie. It's the same with her, with his daughter. Eats his power. Back when Zach married, had good eyes, but not good like a Grammarai's eyes. If Zach ever played a game of poker with his wife. The plot had finally begun to reveal itself. It sprouted from a warp in the Gramarai fabric and grew, swallowing everything, wrapping itself around the power. The power. Which is passed from Magnifi to Thalassa to the next generation. I would once again need to meet the one who bridged it all together. Kablamzo. Now you. I can't exactly remember what your deal was as far as the Magatama, so refresh me, game. I got to know more about the power. Oh, hold up. Oh, homegirl's wearing the bracelets. That's that's what it is.
Right. You didn't have Apollo's bracelet.
I didn't have Apollo's bracelet at the time, but now that I have a picture. Oh shit. Was it the fucking stamp? Yeah, sick. Let's do this shit. It was an accident. It wasn't me. Kablamzo. That's one. Only one is Trucy. There is a power. I know who. This kid. This is named something fucking weird. And this is the link. I know something. Your marriage to her was their second. First husband died a year after they were wed, yes? As a performer, they met when he joined us as a guest in our show. After Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. And you say she had a child then. I have a photograph of her. Couldn't help notice what she was wearing. Those bracelets stand out. They're a family heirloom. This boy wears a bracelet just like the one in the picture. Took this photograph before she left us. She returned, she wore only one bracelet. Bet I know where that other one went. She gave it to this boy, her son. Oh, both of them! Oh, it's all coming together now. This power, I do not know where it comes from. It's passed down the Grammari line. It runs in their veins.
Also, this is, you're actually mispronouncing the last name wrong. It's actually, apparently it's pronounced Grammaire.
Grammaire?
Apparently. I pronounced it the same way that you do as well until it was actually spoken in one of the cutscenes for, Spirit of Justice, and I was like, that's dumb!
Grammaire. Alright, I'll try and adjust. She were to face a person that became tense even slightly, she would know no matter how hard they tried to hide it. This is the strangest part. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting the tension without the use of a particular object or objects. The bracelets. First time I saw one of those, I felt there was more to it than just fashion. What kind of power could the bracelet have? Yo, hold up. Tell you all I know, consider it a gift. Oh shit, all you know. Hardly need to tell me at this point, but those two are brother and sister, yes. Kablamzo! The brother has the power, Trucy has an older brother. Wonder what'll come of that. Tonight, after our game is done, I will return to a life of hiding. I would not see her live a life without knowing. I would see her live a life. Once again, I'm in your debt. What I want to know is how all this got so messed up. Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. Expand and shrink very slightly in response to body warmth. Temperature sensitive? Damn. First you have to heat the bracelet, then you have to cool the bracelet.
God damn it.
You gotta put the bracelet into the PAL codes. The Grimaire power reacts to tension in others. Whenever a Grimaire sense tension, they too become tense, and that tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. They can't sense it on their own. Is that... This bracelet's always a perfect fit. Interesting. That alone doesn't count as mind reading. It's a simple question of eyesight. Sounds simple enough. Let's ask. Ever heard of the kinetic vision? See moving objects with full clarity? I've heard of it before. Athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped if they focused. Huh. Ability to focus. When we focus, we see many things. The faintest twitch of the face, the meaning that lies behind it. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. Know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it. The Grimaires can see really well. Eyesight combined with exceptional focus. These things are starting to come into focus for me too. Can't lose your focus, Kyle. Difficult to maintain such levels for any length of time, but what if someone could tell you when to use it? Or something. Trucy doesn't have any bracelets. Talking about poker, eh? Timing of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. Doubt Trucy herself realized this. That is all I know of things Grimaire. If the boy's bracelet really is the real thing, he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power. Shall we have a game? One more thing. I will tell you of that night. That night. The night my mentor passed from this world to the next. Oh, there were 2 pistols, 2 letters sent. This was Magnify's test. In his last years, he worked us to the bone, to the pain. That night I could not shoot him, so I shot the clown's forehead instead. This, it seems, was the correct answer. Give my heart to you, Zach. Thanks for playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zach. Though I would not have minded dying by your hand. Thought you might say that. If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then? And of course it would have given Valent his chance. Not sure if it's Valent or Valant.
I've heard it pronounced both ways, and I don't.
I'm literally flip-flopping between the two by accident.
I honestly don't remember if he comes back or not.
Yeah. Fitting end, don't you think? This ending too gives me no cause for regret. I thank you. And I'm sorry I had done much that was wrong in my day. Seems to me Magnify wanted you to be a successor all along. That's why the time he gave you earlier was earlier than Valent's. But it's not something we'll ever know for sure now. What's Valent up to these days? I'm waiting for you to die. If 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him. And now here I am, and his dream is ended. It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know. You don't mean to tell me they put the blame on our mentor's death on him. The trial ended when you vanished. There were even rumors that he had helped you pull it off. That's madness! It seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform. Didn't dawn that sorting out my life should prove so complicated even though I'm dead. was killed, he died as Shaddy Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past who left one thing behind before he parted. To whom it may concern, 7 years past, I, Zach Grammer, murdered my mentor, Magnifi. I apologize for the trouble. Wow, it's confession, to use as I saw fit. Of course, he killed no one. This is his way of trying to tie up loose ends with his old partner. Apologize for the trouble caused by my sudden departure. Yeah, I'll read it in a sec. My sudden departure from court, and hereby confess to my crime. Damn! Straight up, eh? You. Your turn! I put it on backwards. Whoops!
Oops.
Anyways, ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. As much part of the affair as you are now. Have to know what happened. I endured. Now finally the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the miracles of all troop within my grasp. Sorry to do this, but right now I need answers. Dropping a bomb. That should shake things up. Alright. What bomb am I dropping? I'm just dropping the confession right here, right now. Nope. Am I dropping the transfer of rights right here, right now? Okay, cool. I should have brought this to your attention sooner. I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. Document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnifi's miracles. He wrote this? He passed everything to his daughter. True C. Enigma. Actually, she's officially my daughter these days. Zach's gone, vanished into the void. This is the genuine article. It was alive when he wrote it. Both myself and the notary can testify. Ooh, he doesn't like that at all. Ooh, he doesn't like that one bit. Why does fate toy with me so? You're not the only one with that problem. He shot Magnifi. It was him. He did it. Then he left. My career as a magician fell into darkness. I think there might be some way out of it. If you could prove he shot him. Is that why you testified? Should have been my way out. Well, might not be too late. All you need's a way to prove your case. And that's where the confession comes in. Zach wrote one more thing before passing on, in which he admits to the killing of Magnifi. See? All according to your plan. Magician by trade, deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet it seems the tables have turned. Now I am the audience, believing in the deceptions I have wrought on myself. Wrote it right in front of me, after I explained your situation to him. Oh, he really did care. Yeah, that was kind of bosh, but whatever. As was that. Fuck it, let's go. Do you know that this confession is nothing but lies? Yeah, it's my opinion Zach Grammer killed no one. Grammer. Ooh, it's a simple matter of elimination. 2 received instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, then the one who remains is guilty. That would be the logical conclusion, so he vanished to protect me as partner. A stirring tale, 'tis true. Did you shoot him? If I hadn't, I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance? Do as you will. There's nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. It was as if a little demon grabbed hold of me. Damn. So sorry, Mr. Wright, but it was not I who shot my mentor. Oh? But if it wasn't you... Another Other disciples such as, I don't know, knack and talent, grammar, maybe? Wild fancies couldn't be further from the truth. Only Zach and Blunt received those threatening letters. There was another. One more person could have fired that pistol that night. I don't suppose he figured it out by now. Is the fucking doctor that he went to?
What if... And I'm saying this because I don't remember. What if Magnifi...
I think he just said what you were about to say.
Oh.
That...
I mean, I don't think it matters. I think the statute of limitations might be pretty much up on that one.
No, I don't think it matters either. Find it hard to believe. Hadn't even imagined it as a possibility. When I arrived, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. When I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me. So you spoke with him. And this is why I knew what he had done. Magnifi transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner Zach, not me. Then I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it. You owe me no apology. My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of murder. Is he confessing something to me? Murder. I knew the 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That's when I understood his plan. He wanted to die by one of your hands. Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. I had intended to shoot him. And I planned on framing my partner for it. That night, I prepared something before going to the hospital room. IV fluid, of course. Ha! Zach didn't shoot, I would do the deed. Then I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hand. You didn't shoot him. Couldn't. Demon fled when the moment came. But then Magnifi called me back. Giving my magic to Zach, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please help him if you can. I left that room, and then I stopped. The shock of what I had just been told consumed me. That's when I heard the fateful gunshot. To be honest, I'd thought of it, but I guess I just discarded the idea.
Because the game never brought it up?
Well, the game never brought it up, and also, like, it didn't really make sense from the crime photo side of things. Like, if he'd shot himself, how would he have gotten the gun back on the table? And, like, also it just seemed to be way too precise of a between the eyes shot to, like, angle it at yourself. Will be yours. Altered the scene of his suicide. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. The thing that I fucking was saying literally explained a scene later. Fair enough. Fair enough. The outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. What do you think? Can it be believed, truly? That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but I'm glad I heard it from you. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision. You gonna turn yourself in? Partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. As my guilt stays, all else begins to leave. Friends, performance rights, magic. Had enough of vanishing acts. Damn. He's gonna leave the game. Not like the game, but like the magic game. For Zach was alive. Well, not anymore. And now it occurs to me. What if he was not the only one who survived? Oh, are you suspecting it now? We never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body. Now you're suspecting it. The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies, forget this matter. Can only hope the day come. Oh, that's actually pretty goddamn sad. Yeah, that's not happening. Truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver. The impenetrable darkness that remained had taken another life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness for good, and it would involve paying that man a visit. So, we're down to it, huh?
There's only one place left to go.
We are down to it. Oh, prisoner Kristoff is currently occupied. Do you know when it'll be finished? Well, could you go find out? Yo, what's up, Ollie? How was the triple triad? There's something I need to see. Oh, yeah, my
by
good.
the way, Ollie, sorry.
Say.
Ollie, I don't know if you've already decided on what to get me for Christmas, but a bunch of the games on my wish list are on sale if you want to go and look at it.
That's always an idea. Quickly sealed the envelope. Yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene. This is the last letter that Drew wrote. Then there's something I need to do. The last thing I need to do, in fact. Let's see if this atropine spray finds anything. Oh yeah. Oh baby, here we go. Drew's messenger of death. It was this stamp alright, no mistaking it. This last letter was sent to Kristoff Gavin. The interview request came like you said it would. And they're looking into the case. I swear on my life, I won't tell them about you. So please release the spell you've put on my daughter. I'll grab the rest of that. I can examine it. No mistaking it. This commemorative stamp was the one at the desk at Drew's studio, which makes this the letter he mailed just before he died. I'll write later with a report. The spell you've put on my daughter. The bottle? A burglar in jail.
So I'm just gonna give you a gentle nudge here.
Better be real gentle.
You know that Kristoff has the same bottle of vampires.
Yeah.
And we know that Vera has collapsed.
Yeah.
What do you think of those two things?
I mean, wild guess. Like, Kristoff poisoned her before she could talk. I mean, she called him the devil or angel, but, like, the last thing she said was the devil as she was falling. I've thought that for a while now. There are no known survivors of atropine poisoning, but it never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now then. Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Sorry, forgot I had it. Whoa. No, what? The fucking... That's funny. 7 long years. That was his secret mission. Come to the final chapter, the final trial. You're the only one who can. Alright. Let's go. Let's fucking do this. Welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. But you must decide. Is the defendant Vera innocent or guilty? The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Ready to begin? Damn. Preparations complete. Something inside me. Rising, surfacing. Were you? It's close now. So close. Court's in session. Defense is ready. Prosecution's ready. How's the defendant's condition? Acute atrocanine poisoning. According to the physician, she could die at any moment. Her absence from the courtroom today. So bureaucratic of them. Can't delay the trial any longer. They risk having no one left to try. Trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tell us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on. Gonna get Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time. Prosecution's case is unchanged. Why did Vera succumb to poison? She couldn't live with the guilt. That's some bullshit, son. She was poisoned with the same poison that took her father's life. What better confession could you ask for? Being a killer, she would have access to the poison. Significant, since it's hard to come by. In other words, I see no need for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Oh. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds Vera as the victim, not the killer. Gotta prove something. She was in court, giving her testimony. How do you propose her killer poisoned her? That's an easy one. I've got both things in mind. Oh, Maddie. Seems that Ollie got you a little something something.
Oh.
How did the killer poison? Focus first on the method used. Not a bottle or container of the poison was found on the defendant's body. I'm not gonna let that throw me off. Give whoever designed that a hand. It's colorless. Yep. Something the matter? Nothing at all. Killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it? Prosecutor Gavin told us this is nail polish. It's like paint for nails. Know any women with red nails? Your wife has red nails. Holy shit, she's been painting them all this time. Fuck Fucking judge. Never used that shit in my life, and even I know what it is. Come on.
Oh, Judge.
Remember when Vera was testifying in the court? Now back in session. Seems pretty tense. Practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails. Prosecutor Gavin? When the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails? Oh, nope, nope. Seems like they didn't. Do you know who did this? Do you know who put poison in the nail polish? Why do you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this? No, just checking. I think you do much know someone else who had a bottle like this, sir. It's a weighty accusation. We're cutting straight to the chase here. What's your game? My bro? There's no way he could do a thing like that. You should have known that better than anyone else. He's behind bars. I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible. Ask yourself when he put the poison in the bottle. Could have been yesterday, could have been a month ago, maybe it was a year ago. Or perhaps it was 7 years ago. No motive for killing the poor girl, it's simply inconceivable. He doesn't seem to think so. Oh, Gavin, sweating the bullets! Well, prosecutor, if you feel there's a clear and pressing need, we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness. Fine. I've known for some time that impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of us. It swallowed even myself. Everyone's caught up in this somehow. Except Waki. He really doesn't have much to do with this. Yet. How nice to see you again. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never. Think you already know. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself. Why do I feel like somehow he's still my boss? Does this bottle look familiar? Ariadne nail polish. As did the late defendant. She's not dead yet. Is there something concerning the nail polish from the bottle? I admit I respect her for her taste. Her taste indeed. This was how it was poisoned. And it went straight through her taste buds. You freaking idiot. I don't know why like, I was really building that up, and it was really lukewarm for the build-up.
It happens.
You're being accused again. By him. Again. You agree with his accusation, do you? Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Your testimony, please. Charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. Suspected of poisoning the defendant. Testify on this matter to the court. Owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make. I've been in solitary confinement for half a year. No, you haven't. Father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. Prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father, then attempted to poison. You suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father, too. Actually?
Yes, very much so.
Now that you mention it. Accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss, but I know he poisoned them. The question is, when could he have done it? Not to mention why. When was indeed 7 years ago. Was it planned? Ooh, we gotta fucking. I need to remember just what I have in here, anyways. I've got the letter. Okay. I've got the notebook page. Ooh, I've got a bunch of shit. I've got various things found in the victim's desk drawer.
Everything that Phoenix, everything that Phoenix picked up, you should have.
Yeah, not everything.
Anyway.
Yeah. I've been in solitary confinement for half a year. Alright, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this thorough-like. First up, we're pressing. Is this the nail polish expensive? It's a nail polish of the highest order. Not only is it fabulously expensive, but made in extremely limited quantities. And you and Vera just happen to both use it. I'm guessing it's not a coincidence. Simple. It's the best nail polish one can buy, and if one wanted the best, one would buy it. It's a bit like my feelings towards my brand name gavel here. Well done showing off our refined taste. Hey, I've got a magic bracelet, shut up. It's not actually magic. Still.
It just happens to be made from some kind of futuristic alloy that responds very well to body heat.
I mean, I'm pretty sure all metal responds to body heat in some way or another. I know simple rings contract and expand. Be difficult to send a hit request. Gavin's on the warpath! Are we cool with that? Defendant's not dead yet. There are no known cases of someone surviving. I seem to know not a lot about it. I know a lot about a lot of things. Which is why I suggest we pick up the pace, or else you'll be short one defendant for what she's worth. Speaking ill of the ill. Aw, Vera, she the illest! No, for real. Send help. Who would commit suicide by doing their nails? Beginning with, why did she do it? Quite simple, she couldn't live with her own guilt. Why did she use nail polish to poison herself? So she could die doing something she liked. Once she saw the trial wasn't going her way, she knew she would die. It's not easy to bring poison into a courtroom. Must I explain further? Wasn't she doing that from the very beginning, though? Could use a little more teamwork, though. Both Vera and Mr. Mishim were poisoned with the thing. That really can't be a coincidence. Defense is repeating fallacious statements based on conjecture. The prosecution requires concrete, unambiguous proof of the witness's crime. Defense will please present concrete proof. Gavin seems strange to you. It's like he's all grown up. I think that's how prosecutors are supposed to be, actually. But he's acting different than usual. I'll bet it has a lot to do with his brother Kristoff being in the room. Bracelet should do the trick. Alright. Let's go. quite a scar there. Gotcha. A bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright. You see, I saw it, right when you said her father, too. Your hand tensed unnaturally, and a little devil appeared to give me the news. Let's assume for the sake of argument, you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? You tell me, was Druid fond of nail polish, too? It's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get to someone's mouth. Must be very talented indeed. Drew was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement cell at Central Prison. If that's not an alibi, I don't know what is. You found a way all the same, and I found it too. Mail time. Is that not it?
This is probably asking for the stamp.
Do I even have the stamp? Oh, I totally have the stamp. I'm dumb. Sure, this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. The night Mr. Misham died, he was seen writing a letter. Atroquinine was found in the stamp, so I might understand the stamp was the murder weapon. Yes, you are. Oh, and yes, the stamp was found in your prison cell. Gotcha. That's all, Your Honor. Order, order, order in the quarter. Poison on the back of the stamp. After Drew was killed, someone paid a visit to this witness's cell. Phoenix Wright. That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Misham write you a letter. That's how you killed him. You've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this. All you need to do is recall witness Spark Brushell's testimony. After he put his letter in the envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching for something in his desk drawer. A so-called postage stamp. He was looking for a stamp. Ergo, he had no intention of using this stamp. Arriving at this commemorative stamp was in a frame. It was mere coincidence he used it that night. Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence. Not that, he couldn't have planned the murder. You should be seeing through these weak-spined bluffs by now, Clavy. How could anyone know Mr. Misham would have used that stamp? Least of all, Christoph Gavin locked away in his cell. Name I've never heard of. It's too blurry to read. Seems the defense has run out of things to say. You assume he had something to say in the first place. I believe the defense's bluff has been called. Not sure I agree with you there, Christoph. Oh shit, is he actually? Oh, what? Is Gavin really coming with me on this? Is Clav really coming with me on this?
I believe Clav is coming with you on this.
I think Clav's coming with me on this. Poison stamp killed Druge, huh? To which my brother responded thusly. There was no way to know when he would use the stamp. Which is why it couldn't have been planned. It needs to be planned. Why? Why couldn't it have been a coincidence? The defense's case is simply that Drew Measham died by the stamp, that's all. You tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject. If that's not bluffing, what is? Oh my god, these two! Take the claim head on, then. You accused me of Drew Measham's murder. Allow me to ask you, what possible reason could I have to kill a painter? Motive, he's talking about a motive. Hard to see how an attorney would come to want to kill a painter. Why did he bring it up? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose. It means there might be a weak spot. This vital. That's pretty vital. I assumed to silence him. Or maybe the idea is he wanted to kill Vera from the beginning. I just got the person wrong. Try this. Yeah. Why the stamp came to the studio in the first place. That makes sense. Forgery, Your Honor. Couldn't go back. Couldn't fucking let anyone know. Couldn't let anyone find out. But you were too late. Attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge. This is the evidence he presented to his loss. This evidence is a fake, yes, but did Mr. Wright request the forgery be made? That was never proven. The defense attorney on the case was Phoenix Wright, who other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, who could have done it. And why would they? Just out of curiosity. Do you remember this letter? This is the first page. And this is the second page. These were presented in court yesterday. The letter was sent to Drew by the client who requested the forgery. The enclosed stamp was none other than the poisoned commemorative stamp. Drew just drew his last breath the other day. Oh, Drew. The motive was already 7 years old. The client who requested this forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections. But he made a mistake. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magician, so I kept it. Father told me when I was very young, it was a great magic show. Loved it so much. The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poisoned stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years. Trucy's like, The one who schemed up the forged diary pages was the one who poisoned the stamp, and it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding the two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew was none other than Phoenix Wright. Oh! Objection, though! That's not how this is gonna go down. How will it go down, Mr. Justice? 7 years ago, just before the trial began. Oh boy. I haven't seen that yet, Trucy. No spoilers. No, I'm kidding. I don't actually care. Give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. Sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. Previous attorney only yesterday. Asking the impossible. Haven't really told me what happened. All we did was play cards. Phoenix Wright was put on the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request a forgery. Now here's a question. just who was Shadi Enigmar's previous defense attorney. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! It was you, wasn't it? Oh, shit! Christoph Gavin. Order in the court. Witness, defendant, former lawyer. Deny this. It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin. Impossible to prove if you can't. Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim? Whoa. Yaklav? You sure you don't have evidence? He looks clammy. It shows this man requested the forgery 7 years ago. Just prove it! Just I swear I'm off this case otherwise! Holy shit! I'm not sure I've ever... He looks like he's in physical pain! Oh my god!
I mean, the poor man, you can only imagine what he's
Honestly.
going through right now. All the threads are connecting, and
Yeah.
all the way back to his brother.
Yeah. Requested a forgery 7 years ago. How can I prove that he requested a forgery 7 years ago? Why even discuss it? This evidence is not... Are you telling me the truth, Apollo Justice? Then I say we give him the benefit of the doubt. If you're wrong about this, it's a big one. Your Honor, you do the defense attorney an injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his passion? Whew. Haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Ties Kristoff to Drew. Would that be the ink bottle? No.
The yellow letter.
The yellow letter? Oh.
Think about it. It was written by Drew and sent to Kristoff.
I guess that would be it. I don't know, for some reason that seemed too obvious to me or something. That scrap of paper? I'm afraid I can't let you submit that. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't. Mr. Wright's handwriting. Oh no. Returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail. No. However, it appears Mr. Wright is yet to be cured of his bad forging habit. If it's a forgery, it's a not very good one. The handwriting's terrible. There's no way that this is a forgery. Oh, this is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter. When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera. Oh, Jesus Christ, I got fucking scared for a second. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery. Prosecutor Gavin? As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother's incapable of making rational judgments at the moment. Your decision. Defense's claim is denied. Damn. Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law. Remove the defense's evidence from the record. I did have a feeling it was too obvious.
I don't like the lighting on Kristoff's face when he gets that scary, confident pose.
Yeah, it's stark. show's over, yet the crowd screams for more, only now do I understand why. I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years, and I'm tired of the whole youthful angst scene. You're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret. Spinning out of whose control? Mine or yours? Everything you've built, your reputation as a prosecutor, your fame with the masses, you could lose it all. Holy shit. It seems like Clav's kinda got it right now. Yeah, he doesn't really need a pep talk anymore. Oh man, the fucking the image, the quality's so different.
Between Clav's sprite and the rest of them.
It's even more noticeable in black and white for me somehow.
I think it's because you can see the stark change in gradient.
Maybe. I'm familiar with the
And
trial.
the shading is far more pronounced.
Yeah, definitely. Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. The next moment you call in Drew Measham. It was almost as if it was a setup. Oh yeah, that shit was a big ol' setup. Big setup. From the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence. I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Bright would eventually come up with that forged diary page. Don't do this, Clavier. I knew because you told me, Kristoff. Damn. Oh, holy shit, Clav's going. On seeing you at the prosecutor's office the day before the trial. Won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Won't be facing off with you on your first trial, apparently. But in exchange, I brought information. The attorney who will be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. I want you to call in a special witness. I wondered about it at the time. How did Kristoff know so much? We were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserved that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all your research on the case. Which would have included Magnifi's diary, wouldn't it? My, Clavier, you disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss the forest. You're the one missing the forest. Can't sweep this under the rug, not anymore. What's going on behind the trial? Why not? Ooh, that's the look. See no harm in reminiscing. That's the fucking look. I think we're finally gonna shine a light. It's scary. It's intimidating. The day before the trial. It's got the same lighting as if someone were telling scary stories with the flashlight up below him on the face. Fucking, it's that exact same lighting. That's
I think that's why they chose it.
It's effective. 2 cards. 1 card. Showdown time. You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go. Oh. I don't know what his reasons were that day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I can come to no other conclusion. If you want to know a man, you have to compete. Zach wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards. couldn't believe it. Phoenix, right? A second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs? He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse of a man who deserves to die for that error alone. Holy shit. These two men shamed me and I could not forgive that. They both deserved what they got. Then when you were dismissed as his attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap, fed me information about the forgery you made, and gave your dirty evidence to him. Free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. Incredible. If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Perfectly? You're mad, Kristoff. Stop fooling yourself. How'd that trial end? Canceled when the defendant vanished. Ah, I get it. So, you've been living in fear for 7 years. Ooh. You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation trashed. Couldn't leave things to chance, so you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years. This fucking guy. This fucking guy. That's why him and Phoenix even probably became friends to begin with. Holy shit. I knew this moment was coming. Just didn't think we'd get here so fast. Me neither. Gone missing for 7 years. Trucy's father. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't think about Trucy. Uh-oh. Hang on, kid. This was gonna get bumpy for you. I'm gonna tell you right now. There it is. Huh? I was really bracing myself for a bumpy ride for her, but she seems perfectly fine. Okay, let's keep going.
She already knew.
Maybe she already knew. Maybe she didn't, and it just doesn't matter, and she'll just process it later. Okay.
Well, I mean, fair. She did have a picture of her father in the right and co-law offices, which means that there's a good chance that she recognized his face.
That's fair. That's fair. Magnify's death and his student, Zack the suspect. Whoever defended Zack in court would successfully be famous beyond belief. Thinking that, Kristoff Gavin did the unthinkable. He forged evidence. Actually, it was his daughter Vera who really did the work. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you? To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble. That's why you planned your poisoning of the forgers. Applied to a commemorative stamp. Luck was on Mr. Misham's side. The bomb didn't go off. She saved him by taking the stamp. But that wasn't the only bomb he set up. The nail polish, of course. You know, as something when you requested that forgery. When Vera was nervous, she had a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails. Since then, she only ever used it when she left the house. And he was depending on the only time her going out of the house would be a time like this. Wow, that is some chess master level shit right there. No danger to her. But what if she had to go outside? If she ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous. The nail polish would do the rest. The time bombs sat there for 7 years, and then they went off almost simultaneously. If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time. Finally, the first relatable thing you've said. Have you heard anything we've said? Listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction. Clavier, surely you understand. We're back to the evidence, the lacking evidence. Nothing proves the link between him and the atrocrinine that took Drew's life. What about the restaurant? To keep him from talking. I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again if you'd like. The victim was a traveler by the name of Shaddy Smith. To whom I know nothing else. You can't seriously think I knew he was that particular fugitive. Why else would you have? I plead my right to remain silent. This court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now. This guy. As long as there's no evidence to support the accusation against him, the course of inquiry cannot find Vera innocent. He spent 7 years collecting this evidence. You still don't get it, do you? Let's assume there was a poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera to bite her nails? It wasn't me, I know that much. The one who brought that poison to her lips. No, that's not how things work, dude. You're not gonna fucking pin her death on me. I respect your partner Phoenix Wright's determination as well. Without direct proof, you have nothing. Isn't that right? Unfortunately, yes, you're right. That is, you would have been right until now. Did the news not reach your desk in solitary? The eyes of the nation in this courtroom today. This is the trial case for a new judicial system. Is that what we're relying on? Okay. Current judicial system is deemed too closed off from society. New system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law. Is this some kind of a joke? What could we possibly gain by doing this, entrusting our judicial system to a mindless, emotional mob of irrational mouth breathers? Holy shit. There's only room for 2 in this court. Me and the law. The law! Dude, you just badmouthed the people who were gonna be fucking... Oh, they're not in court. They're watching everything by video camera. Do you see that? That little turn? I'm pretty sure he was fucking grinning just now. One responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright. Oh. Oh, yeah, here we go. Everything was leading to this, of course. Right. Whoa! There he goes! I can't accept. Oh, man, this is no court. The law is everything. You betrayed the law! It's over, Kristoff. The law is absolute. You can't be serious. I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions. It's the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge, like a gem polished to a gleam through trials and errors. fruit we receive and pass on and face in our time. It's always changing, growing, nurturing. It is our task as human beings. Except you aren't changing. You stopped. You're not needed anymore. Couldn't think of anything to say. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. Someday I'll know what law is. I'll fight to change it if I have to. Huh. This began as the trial of Vera Misham, accused of murdering her father, the painter Drew Misham. However, several other incidents were reviewed, and we seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision, jurists of the court. For the death of Drew, how do you define the defendant? Turn to you now to consider this matter. Here we go. Jurist's chamber. Sends the trial for this case. Only the verdict remains to be decided. There is currently in intensive care. If a decision can't be reached today, it may never be reached. Factors involved are too simple. The defendant poisoned the father that night? If so, she's guilty. Or was there another reason for his death? Did another person poison him? If so, she's innocent. The panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all. Wait, yes, jurist number 6. Something in the jurist's handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists. That's correct. I looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of the case. The development of the case? I see. Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdict. Make your decision in the case against Vera Misham. After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely, judge well. Damn. Whoa. Judge the defendant wisely. Holy shit. This is something. Slam that not guilty. Hit the confirm. Whoa! Oh! Oh! No way!
And that's the reaction I was waiting for.
That wasn't me at all. You! You planted a false spoiler!
Take that!
Holy shit! I have underestimated you.
Drugs?
Innocent by unanimous decision.
Drugs?
Drugs. When the verdict was announced, Special Witness Christoph Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any heard before or since, that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what seemed like hours. Holy shit. I can't. Yo. 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 She opened her eyes. I can't deal, dog. What's up, Vera? Oh, don't cry, Apollo. I thought about what if Vera... Oh, hey now, don't you start crying too. Sorry you had to see us like this. Oh. Shouldn't have pressed you like that. Oh. Clinging to my good luck charm. When I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood. It's important to be a part of the world. See things with your own eyes. That poison had some effect after all. Killed off whatever was holding Vera back. That's what Apollo's fighting for the whole time. Fight for the future! Oh. Oh, that's awesome! Truly the essence. Do I know where the other lawyer is? Except he's not a lawyer anymore. It's my fault, isn't it? Oh. I mean... Technically, yes, but come on. Yeah, you didn't know what you were doing. Only in the coldest technicalities was it your fault, and I would never put that on you. It's fucked up.
The right pine wood.
Exactly. That stack of videos, he finished watching them all.
Did you examine those when you visited right earlier?
Yeah, there were a bunch of fucking blank samurai and princess and like everything. That's why I was like, haha, Maya chipping in.
Yep. Steel samurai, and he even mentioned they were given to him by a certain friend.
Yep. You were the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom. I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away. May not meet again for some time, Trucy, but know this, I will be watching. One day I shall return. You're the next Grammar. Fuck, what'd you say it was again?
Yeah, Cremere. Apparently, that's how they pronounced it in the audio of Spirit of Justice, anyway.
Works for me. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he? Even if he can't really play the piano. That he can't. Even if your voice is kind of loud sometimes. Glad I made your list. Where is Daddy? The one who can't play. I think he said he had to meet someone. Maybe an old one, actually. Sir Hat, was it? He's not been knighted yet. Here she comes! Wachow! Objection, ahem. And I like Ms. Magic Underwear better anyway. That's funny. Except I don't know if it actually is funny. I didn't really laugh. Memories returned? Is this all a part of your plan, too? I don't know what you're talking about, he said with a knowing smile. You knew my true identity, did you not? That's why you chose me as one of your jurists. You're thinking into it too much. Besides, there's no guarantee regaining your memory would make you happy. Of course it's a happy thing. For so long I thought I was alone. Now I know I have children, 2 dear children. I'm so proud of them. This too, I think, is thanks. You gonna tell them? They do not know? Nope. They don't know their mother. They don't even know their siblings. I will go to them when the time is right. Until then, don't worry. I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me too. A little annoying at times, but still. I have to keep an eye on her at least. Because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Your bracelet. I've seen a lot of mysterious things these past 7 years, but your bracelets were the strangest of all. I remember meeting him half a year ago now in Christoph Gavin's office. And then I met you, 2 fates destined to intertwine. I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget it. It's such a small thing, that bullet, yet it tore away who it was. 10 years ago, during a simple rehearsal. It was a miracle no one died, but I didn't survive that accident. That is why I left the troupe, my family. Now my memories returned, I am myself once more for the first time. Glad to be alive, Mr. Wright. Speaking of miracles, Vera and Misham regained consciousness this morning. Can only hope she's as glad as you are. It's a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken, sometimes spared. People don't die that easy, really. As long as they got something worth living for. That's pretty much the end of my story. For now, anyway. Still got a long way to go, and this power of mine, well, needs some work. But there's hope now. We lost it, but somehow found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. I think I'll keep this lawyer thing at this lawyer thing for a while. Training time. Gotta go cords of steel. Here comes justice. Hey. Whew. Glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother. Oh, how right you are. Don't worry about the troop. Trucy's on the case. Hey, hell yeah! Trucy Gramere? Frankly, I've got my doubts, but Hat Gramere? Now that'll pack him. Very nice. Oh shit, it's the picture! Hell yeah. Not every day you get a trial that rocks harder than one of our gigs. It's over. Gavineers are breaking up. News caused a run on tissues at the supermarket nationwide. You're the real stars now. Look forward to our next jam session. Damn. Not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna go for longer.
Well, being fair, the bulk of that case is in the Mason system, and you kind of did a huge chunk of that last night.
It's true. Hey, maybe Phoenix will take some lessons, or maybe take the bar exam again. Yeah. Yeah, that chapter was actually super long. Yeah, my girl! What's up? Standing around eating snackoos the other day. I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? Could augment the crunch or make them ding. Preservatives might not be 100% safe. Golden snackoos.
Oh, Emma.
Good shit. Oh, it's you! Unlikely event you're wanting Russian feast. Only thing colder is borscht. But a greater challenge is being required. You were pretty cool. Come to the hideout, you know what to ask for. Oh god, I just realized we're gonna have to deal with listening to the fucking reporter, aren't we? And having to have a picture of him on the
God,
desk.
Please, no.
It's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Not yet.
Please.
This lady was cool. It's getting back to its eastern roots, spread the culture and all. Yo boss, culture time! This is how we wait. Capiche? But we're still about giving back to the people. Yo boss, PR time. Hey, this is how we write people, alright? Not that Walkie's paying any attention. Woof, kids. Woof. I don't fucking listen to anything. Eh, Bizoy! Ideally. Oh god, he's going. You gotta keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why I made the OG cracker, for real. I know it don't look like no cracker, G. What do you want me to call it? The OG muffin? Okay. Yeah.
Whatever, Lucky.
Don't know where all the talk about food is coming from. If you ask me, there's only one food, and that's noodles. Time I just put a big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why pretend? It's about the salt. Salt forever. Yo. Come to think of it, we never really got an explanation as to what the oh god, you. Forgot about you. We never got an explanation as to, I'll take this guy. Like, honestly, I'm looking at this guy and it's like not even a big deal because I've now suffered through the reporter. This guy doesn't even faze me. Wesley Sicko reporting. Curiosity is a sickness and I am the cure. What was the deal exactly with the paintings? And, like, how the guy painted each incident? We never really got an answer to that.
Well, I believe he was keeping an eye on Phoenix and Apollo's cases because he knew what had happened.
Yeah. Oh, shit!
And he was telling Vera stories about that.
Fair enough.
I think, and then I think she was inspired to sketch them out. I don't know.
Not that it really needs to be explained. Could just be another mystery that is there.
Also, that is a beautiful outfit, lady. I want it.
Right? Brush
Oh,
back
no.
on the beat with another interview. How do I feel about how things turned out? No scoop yet, but journalists' confidence in mint condition. End quote! Dude, you're gonna give yourself more brain damage than you already have doing that. Yeah, Vera! Originals only, of course. Suppose I'll have to see a bit of the world outside to find what to paint. I know there are good people out there now. I've met them. That's not true I mean, the bit before last is not necessarily true. There was this one time I fucking drew my router because I didn't know what the fuck to do and it was right in front of me. Yeah. Oh, that's one of her works. That's awesome. I just noticed the signature. Well, shit. Usually it ends at like 1-ish. I've got to make up the time now. Oh yeah, final thoughts. Final thoughts. Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. This is one of the most likable casts, I think. Like, outside of Reporter Dude, who was kind of like, no thanks. But even then, I feel like there have been stuff in earlier games that I thought, that like I couldn't deal with even more. I just can't think of what at the time. But, I think this deadass might just have my favorite cast. Like, I really enjoy Trucy, and Apollo is kind of like, I'm not gonna say he's better or worse than Phoenix. I think he's different. I think he's like a lot more, you know, rookie-like, which I guess kind of recaptures what the first Phoenix Wright felt like to me. So that was cool. But he's got a little bit of a different attitude as well. Can't really place it. He's more goofy. He's like the... And I know only Ollie will appreciate this reference, but I feel like he's the Jaden Yuki to Phoenix Wright's Yugi Moto. Yeah. And of course, you know, Emma. Y'all know what I think about that. But, just in general, like, the prosecutor freaking was great. And was, like, actively helping me half the time. Fucking, that was cool. A prosecutor that was, like, super uncorrupt. And super concerned about the truth just as much as the protagonist. Like, that was super neat. Trucy. Trucy's really way up there with my, like, holy shit, I really liked Trucy as a companion. She was freaking awesome. I might actually, might be heresy, but I maybe might like Trucy a teensy bit more. Just a little. It's really close, though, and I might feel differently depending on when you ask. But yeah, overall soundtrack fucking bopping. Those bass beats, the bass and the beats, were both way more like, I don't know, punchy. Not more punchy, but they were really punchy. And that was some good shit. I really enjoyed the soundtracks a lot. They were fucking groovy. But then again, I don't really think there's been a single Phoenix Wright or a single Ace Attorney game that I didn't like the soundtrack to. So it's not saying it's like, yeah, it's great, like the rest. They're all great. Yeah, I'd probably put it above 2s. Maybe on the same tier as 3s. I'd have to listen to all of them again to really tier them, honestly. That's really hard.
Fair enough.
I'd say the one thing I really didn't care for was the perceive mechanic. I love it as a... I was telling you about this last night, actually, Maddie. I love it as a concept, but I didn't really care for how it was implemented. Like, I think I honestly would have just preferred... I would have preferred to either have a little bit of a wider lens or faster scrolling. Because what ended up happening a couple of times, particularly with the reporter guy that I didn't care to look at for a while, was that, like, I had to, like, focus on one thing for the entire statement. If that one thing wasn't it, I have to re-listen to it. Focus on one other tiny area over and over and over again. That got really tedious, and I really didn't like that.
I feel like that might have been a holdover from the Japanese version, where a slower text scroll was absolutely necessary, considering they usually use less characters.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. I didn't mean text scroll, though, actually. I think the text scroll was fine. I meant, like, my physical moving scroll. Like, moving the eye.
Movement speed?
Yeah, movement speed. That's... I honestly had no issue with the text scroll. That was fine. But yeah, the moving speed I would want definitely increased.
Yeah, as a concept, it's really cool, but
yeah,
it wasn't executed very well.
Yeah, I really do love it conceptually. And, you know, it didn't really use it often, either. It only happened, like, once per case, and even then I'm pretty sure there was a case that it didn't happen in at all. That wasn't just the first one. Like, it really didn't actually come up that often. But, yeah. I like how they got rid of not having to throw profiles at people during investigation. That was nice. That made process of elimination and throwing things at people to make the game go way easier. But, yeah, I had a damn good time. Really liked this shit. Anything else? Any other things to cover before we move on to...
I don't think so, but we might want to take an intermission to get set up for the next game.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I'm actually going to take the stream down so that it exports properly in different places on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay, cool. I gotta go to the bathroom anyways, so it works out perfectly. Alright. Stream will be down for a little while I get myself set up and braked and whatnot. And we'll be right back.